The Diddy thing. It seems like it's keep getting worse for Diddy, man. You know, a video of Meek Mill came out where he says, no Diddy. And everybody's saying Meek Mill is turning his back on Diddy.
I really feel like Meek Mill is a mixture of victim of circumstance and a victim of just being oblivious at times to what's really going on. And they was able to omit his name out of the Lil Rod lawsuit, and his name hasn't come up in this lawsuit either. With that being said, I feel bad for the guy Meek sometimes because like his own words and actions get him caught in the crossfire. So, you know, him saying no Diddy now, probably a smart move. Because if you don't say it after all of this other stuff came out, then that make you look more questionable. So shout out to him, man. He's somebody who needs a publicist, like PR training or something, man. He made a post say, sell TikTok to me. They on the comments roasted him. I'm looking like, damn.
Why were they roasting him? They know he ain't got the money.
Right. And then at the same time, you know, academics is a pocket watcher. You feel me? He got a section on his show called Pocket Watching. So, you know, he'll put out a narrative saying Meek went from making $250K a show to getting 60. But then Meek was saying in a tweet, yeah, before I went independent, I was getting $500,000 a show. I went independent, I ain't got booked for a show in all of this time and this time. Like, hip hop is a game of narratives now. That's why you see certain guys say, you know what, we want him to die. Because if he dies, this narrative stops and now we get the clout. So that's why you see that. That's why I don't even really want no parts with all of these weird dudes in this hip hop space. Like, I'm trying to branch off, do my own thing because, like, people don't fact check, people don't do their homework, they run with any narrative, whoever they worship, and you be thinking like, man, the only way to shut them up, you feel me, is a casket. And then now you get a little dirt. And now you getting the Rico. It's not worth it, man. Stay away from these guys. Because, you know, history was written by the best group of killers. Once you kill a man, now you get to tell that man's story. No border exists without a group of killers. No religion exists without a group of killers. Nothing. Nothing at all. So it's a constant paradox. It's a constant conundrum, you know. It's really a battle between good and evil on a daily basis. It's real.
Damn. Do you think Diddy has any industry friends?
He definitely got industry friends.
Outside of the ones he might have been doing things with.
That's an interesting variable to mention, but I definitely believe he does.
Do you so you don't think that everybody turned their back on him? That some people are still sticking with him behind the scenes.
For sure. For sure.
Even though they weren't involved and they probably think the stuff that he did is disgusting.
For sure. I see people defend him all the time. They don't technically agree with what he do, but I see people stick up for him all the time. Don't mean they agree with all of his actions because, you know, like I always say, man, horny guys finish last, man. I just ain't never seen one who made it through. Because once you reach a certain level, people are always looking for chinks in your armor as it is. You can go your whole life without smoking, without drinking, without getting in a car crash, without shooting nobody, without doing nothing. The only way they can catch you up is financially or over some sexual stuff. Because I was always trained by my homies, my big homies, people I look up to, the way they get you when you elite, it's either over or money. That's it. Them the only ways they can get you. Everything else, you got on lock. Them the only two variables that you cannot independently control. Because it takes two parties to do that. It takes two parties to do some freaky activity, and most times it takes multiple parties to make a lot of money. To do any type of transaction. Them the only ways they get you. That's why I don't let people tell me how to really live my life, because at the end of the day, I'm a professional at what I do. And I don't be having the same weaknesses other people have. So, I listen when people tell me, you feel me? I try to digest and apply as I can. But at the end of the day, when I come outside, it's up to me to make sure I make it back to the crib. It's up to me to make sure my mama don't cry. You feel me? So that's why, I'm very careful how I do a lot of things. I never really had no meaningful relationships. I never had no woman pregnant. I didn't think I would live this long, but I always prepared for that. So when it comes down to it, once you open that can of worms, it's hard to close that door. Like any movie you watch, as soon as Pandora's box open, you don't never see it close. I ain't never seen it.
What's up? This is Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Capone News.